Hey guys, welcome to Hubbard's Marina. It's Captain Dylan Hubbard here, and I want to give you a quick rundown of our 5-hour half-day fishing trip so you know what to expect on your next visit to us at Hubbard's Marina. That 5-hour half-day is a great time, great fun for the whole family. Any age or any level experienced angler enjoys these 5-hour half-days. Generally on that 5-hour half-day, we're fishing anywhere from about 9 to 12 miles from John's Pass, fishing about 30 to about 50 foot of water. We're mainly targeting what we call gray snapper, also known as a white grunt or Key West grunt. We also catch some porgies, maybe some black sea bass. You have a chance for some Gulf perch, and plenty of good eating hogfish often come up, especially in those cooler months. Sometimes spring and fall we'll get those mackerel coming through, and maybe even a kingfish as well. But primarily, the 5-hour half-day catch are those gray snapper or white grunts and porgies. Daily, year-round, we offer our morning half-day trip from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. We often do afternoon half-day fishing trips that run from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Now, I recommend showing up about an hour early for those 5-hour half-day fishing trips. That gives you plenty of time to get parked, get settled in, come into our office, check in, and get your ticket, get your receipt, and head out to our waiting area where we do a quick pre-boarding seminar to tell you more about the trip, more about the boarding process, and more about what you're getting yourselves into. Then, after that, we get you guys all set up and ready to load. And as we head down to the boat, we have to do a quick Coast Guard regulated and Coast Guard mandatory bag check. The main things we're looking for during that bag check that we don't allow out on the boats. We don't allow any illegal drugs and no firearms. If you got any guns or drugs, make sure you leave those in your vehicle. Also, no glass containers. Glass and a metal boat don't mix. It's unsafe. Also, guys, unfortunately, no alcohol. Just like you can't bring a beer into a bar, the state of Florida says wherever there's an alcohol license, you can't bring alcohol. And then finally, and most importantly, we don't allow any bananas on board. Bananas are bad luck on a fishing boat, and we don't allow them on the boat. Once you're through our bag checks, you're going to head down to the dock area, and someone will be there to point you out to the live bait counter. That's where you're going to be picking up your live shrimp if you purchased them. The live shrimp is a great extra option. A lot of people ask, do I need shrimp? What are the shrimp for? Don't you provide bait on a 5-hour? The answer is yes, we do provide plenty of dead bait throughout the entire trip. If you purchase a ticket to go fishing on our 5-hour half day, you've got all the dead cut squid you need. But the live shrimp is a good extra option. It's an extra option because you don't necessarily need it, but it does give you a good shot at some of those other species. Things out there like the lane snapper, the mangrove snapper, those hogfish that we catch from time to time don't bite the squid as quickly or at all. So the live shrimp is a great extra option to give you a chance at some of those other really good eating fish we see out there on a 5-hour half day from time to time. Just remember, if you buy the shrimp, you have to pick it up on the way to the boat at the metal live bait counter. We'll be there to point it out. Then once you get to the boat, you're going to put your entire shrimp bucket with the lid securely closed in one of our live wells. The live wells will keep the shrimp alive for the ride out, and then throughout the trip, when you want to use your shrimp, you'll go back there to the live well and grab your bucket with your number on it. Then keep in mind, once we call you for loading, we'll do that bag check. You'll get to the bait area, pick up shrimp if you got them, then you're going to head down to the boat. As you head down to the boat, make sure you watch your step on the dock and have your green ticket out ready for the captain. It's that long, skinny green ticket you got inside our ticket office where you checked in. Once you get to the boat, the captain will be there to greet you and take your ticket. Remember, that ticket is super important. That ticket's going to get you onto the boat today. That ticket's going to give you 10% off in our souvenir shop the day of your trip. And that ticket will give you $5 off per adult per ticket on your next visit. Once you're on board the boat, the crew will be there to greet you. If you rented a rod and reel today, you're going to get that rod and reel on the boat. Once you have your rod and reel, you're going to head down the sides of the boat. You're going to place your rod and reel in a rod holder gently with the reel facing you. Then go ahead and find a seat. Once everybody's found a spot for their rod and then found a spot for their butt, we'll be able to get off the dock and through the bridge. Once you're off the dock and through the bridge, you're welcome to stand up and move around the boat as much as you want. Just be careful. It is a fishing boat. There's plenty of rods, reels, bait buckets, tackle boxes. There's a lot of stuff you could slip, trip, or fall on, and we don't want to see anybody do that today. So make sure you watch your step as we move around the vessel. Once we're into the Gulf, the captain will come over the PA and make some safety announcements. Make sure you listen up for those. After that's done with, the crew will come around and talk to each section of the boat. More about the fishing trip, more about the fishing we're going to be doing, more about the safety features of the vessel, and a little bit more about the trip. Plus, they'll be there to answer your questions too. After that's done, you can enjoy the rest of your ride out. On these 5-hour half days, it's about an hour ride out. It's about an hour ride back. You get around 3 hours of fishing. Sometimes that's a little bit more, sometimes that's a little bit less. It's all in the name of catching you the most amount of fish possible. Keep in mind, once we get out there and start fishing, the crew's going to be walking the deck, helping you out the entire trip. We guarantee an excellent client experience with superior guest service, and the crew is there to make sure you receive that. So don't be afraid to ask questions. If you have a question, comment, concern, issue, problem, don't be afraid to bring it to our attention. Don't let something go unmentioned and let it ruin your experience. If you have an issue, let us know about it so we can address it for you. Keep in mind also, throughout the trip, we do have a full galley available on the boat. Your galley cook's going to be making up bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, hot cooked to order on the way out if you're on a morning trip. Throughout the day, we've got hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot cooked to order. We've got chips, soda, water, cold beer, and hot coffee available in the galley too. You could purchase a meal package, and that's going to include hot cooked to order food, snacks, soda, water, and happy hour beer prices. Or you can bring your own food and drink, or buy food and drink a la carte on the boat for cash only. Remember, everything on the boat is cash only, so you do need some cash, but don't worry. We have an ATM inside our front ticket office doors ready for you as well. Once you start fishing, the crew's walking around helping you. When you catch your first keeper fish, the crew is going to assign you a stringer number. That stringer number is for you and your entire group. At the end of the trip, you tell us your stringer number and we hand you all the fish you caught. At that point, you have a few options. You could take them home and fillet them yourself. You could fillet them yourself at one of our extra fish cutting tables on the dock at your own risk, or you can hop in line and our crew will offer a fish filleting service. Once you've had your fish filleted, you got a few options. You could take them home and cook them yourself. You can hop next door to our restaurant, The Friendly Fisherman, and get them cooked up, or the waterfront bar down the boardwalk, Caddies, and get them cooked up, or you could hop up to the boardwalk grill and get them cooked up there too. There's 3 different restaurants in Johns Pass that offer to cook up your fresh catch after your trip. If you don't have a way to cook them up yourself, or you don't feel like messing with them after a trip, any one of those restaurant and bar options will help you out and make sure you enjoy those fresh caught fish right after your trip. And trust me, there's not a better way to do that. Enjoying them fresh is the best way to go. So anything you need or want, we can help you out. Just don't be afraid to ask questions. Cruise the website for more information, and we look forward to you joining us out on the water for a fun-filled, never to forget 5-hour half day here at Fish Famous Johns Pass at Hubbard's Marina. We look forward to fishing with you soon. Don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy.